In a land where nonsense reigns supreme and whimsy dances with reality, there exists a tale so peculiar, so whimsical, that it leaves a lasting impression on those who dare to venture into its world. It is the story of the Walrus and the Carpenter, a curious poem nestled within Lewis Carroll's enchanting masterpiece, Through the Looking Glass. Picture, if you will, a serene beach bathed in the soft glow of the moon, where the waves whisper secrets to the sands and the stars twinkle mischievously above. Here, amidst the tranquil beauty of the shoreline, two unlikely companions emerge from the shadows: the debonair Walrus and the gullible Carpenter.
"Ah, what a splendid evening for a stroll!"
the Walrus declares, his voice smooth as silk as he adjusts his monocle with a flourish.
"Indeed, my dear Walrus,"
the Carpenter agrees, his brows furrowed in thought.
"And what better company could one ask for than the gentle lot of the waves and the shimmering light of the moon?"
With a twinkle in their eyes and a skip in their step, they set out on a leisurely stroll along the sandy expanse, their intentions shrouded in mystery. As they amble along, their path crosses that of a group of young oysters, innocently frolicking in the surf.
"Good evening, young ones,"
the Walrus greets them with a charming smile.
"Would you care to join us on a little adventure?"
The oysters exchange excited glances, their eyes wide with curiosity.
"Oh, yes, please,"
they chorus eagerly, their voices blending harmoniously in the air. And so the merry procession begins, with the oysters trailing behind like eager acolytes, oblivious to the sinister undertones lurking beneath the surface. Before long, the Walrus and the Carpenter led their unsuspecting companions to a quaint little cottage nestled among the sand dunes. With a mischievous twinkle in his eye, the Walrus nudged the Carpenter with a sly grin, gesturing toward the cottage with a flourish of his flipper.
"Ah, my dear friend, what luck we have! It seems we've stumbled upon the perfect place for our feast,"
he exclaimed, his voice brimming with excitement. The Carpenter, ever eager to please, nodded enthusiastically.
"Indeed, my dear Walrus, let us make ourselves at home and prepare a feast fit for kings," he replied.
With a sense of purpose, the Carpenter hurried into the cottage, his footsteps echoing against the worn wooden floors as he disappeared into the kitchen, his mind already turning to the delectable dishes he would create. Little did the Carpenter know, as he hummed a merry tune and tended to the fire, that he was being duped by the very friend he trusted most. Meanwhile, the Walrus lingered outside, a knowing smile playing upon his lips as he watched the Carpenter's retreating figure. With a quick glance over his shoulder, to ensure they were alone, he slipped quietly through the door and into the cottage.
"And then,"
the Walrus exclaimed, his voice rising with excitement as he grabbed all the oysters in his arms,
"we shall feast on the finest delicacies the ocean has to offer."
But you said we were going on an adventure,"
one brave oyster protested, her voice trembling with fear.
"And so we have, dear child,"
the Walrus replied, his tone as cold as the ocean depths.
"For what greater adventure is that than the journey into the unknown?"
With the feasting concluded and the oysters devoured, the Walrus, his belly full and his conscience light, turned to the Carpenter, who now appeared from the kitchen.
"Well, my dear friend, it seems our adventure has reached its conclusion,"
he declared, his voice dripping with satisfaction. The Carpenter's spirits, buoyed by the camaraderie of their journey, nodded in agreement. But as he watched the Walrus water off into the night, a pang of realization washed over him.
Wait!
He called out, his voice tinged with disbelief.
You feed on all the oysters!
But the Walrus, oblivious to the Carpenter's distress, continued on his merry way, his mind already turning to the next grand adventure that awaited. And as the last echoes of the Carpenter's cry faded into the night, a sense of desolation descended upon the beach, leaving only the bitter taste of betrayal lingering in the night air. The end. So, what can we learn from this story? Well, it's important to be careful about who we trust. Sometimes people might seem nice on the outside, but they could have selfish reasons for being friendly. It's okay to ask questions and be cautious before trusting someone completely. And it's always important to treat others with kindness and honesty, just like how we want to be treated. Thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story.